Today, I'm going to throw together a quick video of a miniature worm bin for this trash can planter. So, what I love about this trash can planter is that it stores a ton of water. So, it has water. It has this here where I can drain all of the water if need be, like during this really rainy time. Or I can store up to that much water here in the bottom, which is pretty exciting. It rolls, and it also has a trellis attached. So as this thing grows, this vine grows over here, it's going to be a movable privacy or shade wall, which is pretty exciting. There is some aphid action going on, so I'm going to be treating that today. And you'll get to see me make a miniature worm bin right here. I'm gonna transplant those somewhere else, and that'll be right here, so I can put a little bit of coffee grounds for the worms, and that will be an automated, nearly automated fertilizer system for this particular bin. Now, this really isn't gonna be enough for like all my food scraps. I actually have an urban worm bag, which I'm gonna go into a review later on. But on my balcony, I do have this, and this bucket here has worms in it, and it's been doing awesome. This is a relative of the moonflower vine that I did. This is a sweet potato vine, and this has done much better with all that extra soil and the worm bin. So let's get to it. So this is gonna be the container of choice. I'm gonna make some room, and I'm gonna dig that into here. So now that that's in there, what I'm gonna do is take this. This is from the bottom of my urban worm bag. And my urban worm bag is like the mother colony of my worms. So I have worms growing, so you can see there's a little worm there. And I use this to start off lots of other little colonies. Just pretty cool. You can see there's a lot of worm castings in here. It's pretty awesome. And it doesn't look like there's a lot of worms, but there actually is. Like if you look long enough, you'll see them slowly moving the soil. It's pretty cool. I made holes in that container because the worms are gonna travel from in and out of the container. But over time, what I'll do is, but they kind of need like a main place where all of their scraps are going into, since they're technically composting worms, not like earthworms that hang out in soil. And so that's a key point. There's that, and I'm gonna keep filling it with soil so that it's camouflaged and you just see the lid. And what's gonna be really cool is I don't actually have to look at this all the time, because I can do this. I can pick a succulent plant to put on top of it. I wouldn't want to do this one, but you know, any kind of succulent doesn't need that much water can be placed on top, and that's going to camouflage it really well. I couldn't quite get this any deeper, but otherwise I would have. But that's basically how it works. And then I have coffee grounds, and I'll put them in here over time. Probably need to empty this out a little bit because there's not enough room. So I empty this out a little bit more, and then I put coffee grounds in this over time. If you just put coffee grounds, it'll probably be enough. Maybe if you're in a really wet climate, you could put shredded cardboard or something like that. But yeah, that's basically how it works, and there's really not much to it. If you get really hard freezes, you might lose the worms, but that's why I have an indoor one, so I can just repopulate this each spring as needed. So there you have it. That is the quick and easy outdoor worm fertilizing system, worm farm / planter. And I don't use the, this is really just for this pot. I don't try to take the worm castings out of here, filter that out or anything like that. It's just already going in. You probably could if you wanted to, but I just like the ease and convenience of this system. And I'm trying to have as many planters as I can with this system. So there we have it, all set. Then when I'm ready to put my coffee grounds, I just do that, cover it back up, and we're done. Here's a surprise update. I had done a video on this a long time and then never got around to publishing it. And then a friend of mine had asked me about this. And so I thought, why not do an update? It's been pretty awesome. I just go over here and you can see, you know, I had an apple the other day, threw that in. And then if I dig in here, I don't know if I can get the camera in deep enough, but you might see the worms moving. Hold on, I gotta kind of disturb them a little bit more. Let's see if you see. You can see those worms? They are alive and well. It's pretty awesome. And I have little pond plants from my aquarium. And I'll put that in there too, and they just eat it up. That's pretty cool. You really want probably a larger, like, this is not gonna take care of all your food scraps. It's like you can put a little bit and then you wait a long time, you can put a little bit more. So I'm gonna do a much bigger one for in front of the garage. But things have done really well. This is a moonflower, and then I planted this, I sowed seeds for this peas, and these peas are going to replace this tomato once it freezes. And look, the tomato's producing, which is really awesome. And it's growing all the way up, and it's pretty fun. And the whole thing's on wheels. It's been great. So one more thing that's been super fascinating is that if I want to have a large amount of water move through here, I want to pour quickly, right? And I don't want to dislodge these little young seedlings. I can pour right into here and make a big splash. Well, not a big splash, but you know, I can put a tremendous amount of water. And you see, it's not disturbing the rest of the soil, which is super cool. But it's not just that. There's two other fun surprises with this. The first one is that the tomato roots actually grew into this container to get nutrients. And the second thing is when I actually water here, I'm gonna wash through the smaller particles, which are the worm castings, and those are gonna go through the holes on the side, feeding and dispersing, you know, into the rest of the planter. So that if the tomato's being a hog and trying to suck up all the nutrients, they'll spread out in the soil more so that the peas can get some nutrients too, should they need it, although they don't seem to really need nutrients. But yeah, really cool. So just wanted to point that out as well. This also solved a problem for me, which was fitting more food scraps in there. So if I keep watering that way, it'll keep making room continuously, and now I can put in food scraps more often. So we'll see if that helps. And you might be wondering, where does the water go? Well, it actually goes through this valve that I installed, and then it goes down through here, and then that goes down there to water the mulberry tree, which is not doing so hot. So that's a whole other thing. That's a whole other video. But yeah, so that's where that water goes. And I just make sure to drain out the water often enough that it doesn't become anaerobic. I hope that was inspiring. I hope you try it. And yeah, thanks for watching.